everyone, and welcome to my B1 Low Intermediate English course. In this module, you will learn about using participles as adjectives, ending in ed or ing. At the end, you will get to practice what you just learned with a few sample exercises. Let's get started. Okay, so we'll look here at this chart, participles as adjectives. Okay, these are formed from most verbs here. So you have, for example, amaze, amuse, annoy, astonish, all these verbs. There's more than this. Okay, so let's talk about ing, that ending. So we've got amazing. So we notice that if the verb ends in an e, we drop the e and add ing. So the ing verbs are what inspires a feeling. So it's a quality um, of a person or a thing. So an amazing movie, um, an amazing trick, for example. All right, and then we've got amazed, the ed ending. So when they end in ed, that shows how we feel about something. So, an amazing movie. I, I was amazed at the movie. So, all right. And the same thing with all of these amuse, amusing, amused, annoy, annoying, annoyed. Okay. Of course, if the verb doesn't end in an E, we just add ing um, or ed. So, same thing. All right, so we'll look at some examples on the next slides. Okay, so participles as adjectives. Okay, so these can be distinguished by their endings, ed or ing. They come from verbs and they're called participial adjectives because they have the same endings as verb participles. All right, so original verbs, we'll talk about this. Many verbs that we can use to express feelings or emotions can be turned into adjectives. So, for example, walking up the stairs tires me too much. I'll take the elevator. So, all right, we have the verb tiring here. I mean, tire, right? Tires, tire. Okay, so we go from tire to either tired or tiring. So, so now this here, walking up the stairs, um, is tiring, right? So this is a quality. Um, it makes me feel tired, right? And then we have this example. You are boring me with that subject. Please stop talking. All right. So we've got from the verb bore, right, to bored or boring. So, um, right. So you are boring. So that it means the subject is boring, right? I feel bored. So, all right. And then we have the announcement surprised everyone. So we're going from the verb surprise here, right, to surprised or surprising. So you can also say everyone was surprised at the announcement. This is how they felt, right? Or um, the announcement was surprising. That describes how the announcement was, right? That made everyone surprised. Okay, all right, let's talk about ed adjectives. So, ed adjectives are used to describe how people feel. They cannot be used with things because things have no emotions. So, for example, we're tired now. Can we stop running? Okay, so describes how we're feeling here. And then I'm bored with this game. Let's play cards. So that's a feeling. I'm feeling bored because I want to do something else. Okay, and then we have I was surprised to see her after a whole year. So this is how I felt. Now let's talk about ing adjectives. So these adjectives are used to talk about the things or people describing the qualities or characteristics that produce those feelings in people. So, for example, climbing mountains is very tiring. So, that's a characteristic of doing this, climbing mountains. So, yes, we don't want to hike. All right. So, another example here we have this film is very exciting. I can't stop watching it. All right, so that is quality of this film here, exciting. Then we have his visit was quite surprising. We weren't expecting him. Okay, so surprising, um, that's the uh, quality of it, how it was characterized. Surprising, his visit. Okay, note that a few of these adjectives don't have an ing ending um, or an ed. They have an irregular verb form. All right, so for example, we have these here offended um, becomes offensive. Um, so we can't say offending. Um, you're offended by something offensive. Okay, and then stressed, we can't say stressing right here. We can only say stressful. So, and then we have delighted. Um, that becomes delightful. Something that's delightful can make you feel delighted. And then impressed, we can't say impressing, only impressive. And then scared would be scary. So yes, these don't have an ing ending, that, but they already have an ed here. Okay, so a few examples here. I was offended by that film. The content was offensive. So this is the quality how or characteristic of it, the content. So it made me feel offended. And then this one, we were delighted with the new recipe. The taste was delightful. Okay, so this here, delightful, would describe the recipe, the quality of it. It made us delighted, feel delighted. So, and then we have the teacher was impressed by the student. The student's writing was impressive. Okay, so impressed means how the teacher felt about the student, and the student's writing, well, that's the thing. I mean, impressive. The quality of the writing that that made the teacher feel impressed. Okay, well, let's go on to a few sample exercises and see what we know so far. Okay, so for the first one, we'll choose from the drop-down menu the correct option. So we have I love skydiving. It's an so amazing or amazed feeling. Okay, so we're talking about skydiving. So if we choose the first option, amazing, an amazing feeling, that would be correct. Okay. Two, the robber was carrying a gun and wearing the mask of a clown. He was terrified or terrifying. Okay, so we're talking about the robber, right? Not how we felt. So if you chose the bottom one, terrifying, that would be correct. Okay, number three. She was very with him. So annoyed or annoying with him for not telling her the truth. Okay, so we're talking about a feeling. Okay, so if you chose the first one, annoyed, You are correct. All right. 4, the students are very about the exam results. Disappointing or disappointed? Okay, now this is a feeling again about the students. So if you chose the bottom one, disappointed, you are correct here. All right, how about number 5? My teacher is very boring or bored. He speaks so slowly that we just want to sleep. Okay, now we're describing the quality of the teacher. So, right? So if he chose the top one, boring, that would be correct. Okay, let's look at the second one. Second exercise. Okay, multiple choice here. So I've got number 1, I am so we got relaxed, relaxing, relaxing, relaxed, or relaxing and relaxing. Okay, this massage chair is very, all right, so the first one is a feeling, right? So we got relaxed and then relaxing. This massage chair is very relaxing. So option A. Okay, number 2. I get very when I can't find the words to say what I mean. It's so. Okay, so we want to know what goes in each blank. All right, so the first one is how we feel. I get very so. So then it's a quality of this. So if you chose option A, frustrated, frustrating, you are correct. So I get very frustrated. Okay, and then this, when I can't find the words, it's so frustrating. Yes. Okay, number 3. She knows a lot of what facts? She is very what? Okay, so we want to see which one could go. So quality of facts and and then about her, the person. So not a feeling, right? Okay, so if you chose the last option, or C, interesting, that would be correct. She knows a lot of interesting facts. She is very interesting as a person. Okay, let's try one more. She is never with her work. She should try to do something more. Okay, so the first one is a feeling, right? So satisfied for sure. Okay. So if you chose option B, satisfied, satisfying, we've got never satisfied with her work, and then something more satisfying over here. That would be correct. Okay. Exercise 3. Okay, we'll fill in the gaps for a few of these for the verbs in parentheses. Okay, so when I finish work, we got exhaust because my job is very, okay. So the first one, I feel what? So we would want exhausted because my job is very, so what about the job? So we want tiring. Yes. Okay, every day at 6 p.m., I just want to go home and have so what kind of a bath? So quality of the bath. So relaxing, right? Okay. I love having a bath after work. In the bath, I feel very, so now this is a feeling with relax. So relaxed. And I forget how, so we got bore. My job is. Okay, what describes a thing? So we got boring. All right. Well, great job on these exercises. It shows that you listen very well. All right. I can help you learn to speak English with more confidence. I'm TESOL certified. I teach native U.S. English. I'm experienced in online tutoring, and I work with all learning levels and most age groups. So, whether you need help with grammar, speaking, vocabulary, or writing, or any other area, you've come to the right place. Well, thank you all for watching my video and happy learning!